everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. New man losing so fight. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that is Let's Talk Football. And ladies and gentlemen, your eyes do not deceive you. Once again, I am graced with the Walsh's presence. Yes! You see who it is up here. This guy, wait a minute. I'm trying to go that way. There we go. Mr. Dylan Walsh. What up, Dylan?
Doing good. Ready to talk about football again?
Yeah. It's been a while. And then my guy right down here. You see him. Colin, what up, man? How you feeling, Colin?
Yo, I'm feeling great. Steelers going to Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Blasphemy. That's too early for that. Wait, it's too early.
Steelers are
We're always going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, every year. You sound like Cowboys fans.
The Browns are
sound like
still
Cowboys.
the dumpster fire that they are. So, I mean.
We'll see. What up, Janadine? How you doing, my friend? Yeah, buddy. Yo, we are going to definitely get into a bunch of this. This is off-season update with the Walshes. Guys, real quick, before we get into this, I know it's summer. You know what I mean? Middle of June. School, you're out of school, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
How is that? Are you enjoying the summer? You got any plans?
I'm going to be working all summer.
Hey, there you go.
There's our plans. I'm going to be sleeping all summer.
Yeah, Ashes. Hey, guys, good to see you back. And rightfully so, Dylan. Rightfully so. This is your summer. You've done your school time. You know, Colin's got to get into the real world soon, but you can just live your life, all right? No, you hate it. I was the oldest too. And I was like, you're just getting up now? I've been at work all day. Thanks. Here we go. Ash says, I'm going to be sleeping all summer too, Dylan. Wow. Must be nice, teacher. Here we go. Yo, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, unless you've been under a rock, you know the NBA Finals just finished up. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors on getting another title. Steph Curry, the Finals MVP. Gentlemen, did you happen to catch the series? Did you see what happened? What are your opinions?
Yeah, I was watching the series, and like the first 4 games when it started off tied 2-2. It looked like it was gonna be such a good series. Then Jason Tatum just stopped being good at basketball. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but then Tatum just started sucking, and so the Warriors had an easy win. But Wiggins was nice. Curry was obviously really good. Kevon Looney was dominant on the boards. Draymond was playing 8 sports at once somehow. He was playing football. He was playing basketball.
And shout out to him, man, because early in the playoffs he got his second check, and everybody's like, "You get a couple more, you're done." But he held his temper. He's got a bad rap, man. Shout out to him. He held his temper all the way through. Now
did
he's
not kick anyone in the nuts this playoffs.
Hey,
new record now. For him.
But look, at the end of the day, we realized that the difference was the bench. Boston's bench did far less than what Golden State's bench did, and Golden State was able to dominate. But you're absolutely right, Dylan. When the power players, the Browns and the Tatums, they didn't really show up. Colin, what are you thinking? I mean, later in the series.
I mean, I think a lot of it hinges on the fact that, of course, the Warriors have, Draymond and Steph Curry and all that jazz. But Andrew Wiggins, after looking like an absolute bust for all of his years in Minnesota, and finally gets out of that crappy organization and actually starts to look like the number 1 pick that he was when he was drafted. I mean, it's very nice to see. I want the Warriors to be dead, though. It's what killed my interest in the NBA was the constant Warriors Cavs and then Warriors and Raptors and now Warriors. It's like the
they
Patriots
are a
all
dynasty.
over again.
They are a
They're
dynasty.
the
Yes.
Patriots all over again.
No, you have nightmares. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, but yes, yo. So, hey, congratulations to them, Kerr. I think that's his seventh or eighth title or like ninth. Because I know he had
he won all of them with the Bulls as well.
Right, he won like 5 as a player and 4 as a coach now. You know what I mean?
Wicked.
Hey, Warriors play team first, absolutely, man. And look, at the end of the day, they've been there before. You know what I mean? It's muscle memory. They've been through the struggle. And let's remember, 2-3 years ago, they were the worst team in basketball. They're absolutely putrid with Clay out.
Yeah.
But when you have that core, you have Clay, you have obviously Steph, Draymond, Day, as Miss Catherine calls him. They are almost unstoppable. Look, said that's what I've been saying. Yep. So, shout out to them, no doubt. But, ladies and gentlemen, you know what we're here for. We are a football show. We are here to talk football, baby. Yeah, and I got fans representing a lot of teams in the league. I got fans, representing the Pittsburgh Steelers. You see the background here. I got fans that represent that man, that bad man that they call him, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, and we will get into that in a little bit. But we have to start in Pittsburgh. We have to start in Pittsburgh because you know what? Everywhere I go in Washington, and you guys live in this area, there's almost more Pittsburgh stuff than there is Washington stuff. Now, I know we're not good, but come on, hometown. I need some love. What is this about, man? Stop taking over our area. Go to Pittsburgh.
It's not
Steelers Nation across the world, bro.
I wouldn't say it's Steelers fans coming down. It's just there's less and less like Washington stuff about.
Yeah.
So now you notice the Steelers stuff more.
Right.
Because no one, it's like people are fine with saying that they're Steelers fans, but if you say you're a Washington fan,
few and far between.
It's over for you.
Or it's the Fanatics, But look, so straight up, Colin, here it is. State of the Steelers. A lot of things have happened. You drafted a quarterback. You got a quarterback. Where are you? How do you feel about your guys? And what are your thoughts?
I don't think the term rebuilding actually applies to the Steelers right now. I think they're just essentially reloading around a new quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Because we definitely aren't tanking. We're not going to be like the absolute top tier of teams, but we're not going to be bad. We're still going to be a competitive team this year. We're going to get like between 8 to 10 wins, I think. And we're going to do some upsets because the Steelers always play to competition. We play up to good teams. We play down to bad teams. And because we were good last year, well, the standings say we were good. We're going to play more teams that were considered good. So I have hope there. I have hope in Kenny Pickett once he comes in like week 4, which is where I think he is going to be. I don't think he will be the week 1 starter. I think Mitch will be the week 1 starter, and he will either get hurt or the Steelers will pull him and put in Kenny Pickett.
Oh, wow. So you don't even think Mitch is going to play the full 17? You think he's out? Really?
I think if he isn't injured or pulled by week 4, he's definitely gone by the bye week.
Wow. That is okay. All right. I can dig it. So I mean, like you said, they're reloading essentially. They're building around him. You worked on some problems on the O-line. You addressed some issues on the defense. We're going to talk about some of the moves you guys made. What is your outlook? Like, actually, I have it here. As a matter of fact, I have your schedule right here. You got the Bengals, Patriots, Browns, Jets, Bills, the Bucks, Miami, Eagles, the bye week, the Giants, the Bengals. Like, what are you thinking about that schedule? Like, honestly, you said 8-9 wins.
Yeah, I don't feel too bad about it because besides, like, we played the Jets and the Dolphins this year, and we'll get to the Dolphins later in the show, I know, and I'll talk about why I think they're extremely overrated. We played the Jets, the Dolphins. We played the entirety of the NFC South, which is basically just 2 teams that are tanking, the New Orleans Saints, who are okay, and then the juggernaut that is the Buccaneers. And we play the teams we match up against otherwise. I think we match up pretty well against the Raiders. I think we could hold our own against the Raiders. We definitely match up well with the Eagles. We see the Ravens and the Browns every year, and no matter how good either of those teams are, they'll always be competitive games.
Right.
I think maybe this year, because we don't have the ghost of Ben Roethlisberger throwing, we might even take a game off the Bengals. Because I don't think if people don't realize this, but we were half a game away from tied at the top with the Bengals for the division last year with the ghost of Ben Roethlisberger on our team. Now, basically, our team hasn't gotten worse. The players we've lost, we've replaced with players who are either better or are about the same in caliber. We've bolstered the O-line, bolstered the middle linebacking core, which were our two biggest problems. We have better secondary help, I think, on our defense. I don't think that the Steelers are going to be bad. I think the Steelers have a chance of making the wild card play, being a wild card team, and even going to the divisional round and winning a wild card game.
I like that.
I have hope.
Hey, Johnny saying Mitch will be fine. The Steelers aren't asking him to do too much. They are going to rely definitely on the defense and the running game. And that's perfect. That's what you want to do. The thing that you want to do for a player like Mitch is also what you want to do for his potential replacement in Pickett.
Kenny Pickett.
You want to sit there and rely on the running game, run heavy, and then make sure your defense gives you a lot more opportunity, favorable field position and whatnot. So, hey, I like that. Look, speaking of defense, you made some moves, man. You made some moves and some serious moves. Your guy in the backfield, in the defensive backfield, Mr. Minkah Fitzpatrick out of Alabama, he got his extension, 4-year extension. How you feeling, man?
I think it's a well-deserved extension. A lot of people are like, oh, but he hasn't made so many flashy plays, and oh, he isn't like the big name player. Well, yeah, but he's consistent in the back there. He consistently plays his position well, and he also has the clutch factor. He sent the Steelers. I don't know if anybody knows this, but he sent the Steelers to the playoffs last year with a clutch play. Because I was there in person at that Baltimore game, week 18.
Oh, yeah.
It was like the fourth quarter with like 20 seconds left, and Marquise Brown had caught a ball on the sideline, and Minkah came flying out from across the field and punched the ball out for an incomplete pass, which forced the Ravens to punt and sent the game into overtime, where the Steelers won and went to the playoffs. He has that clutch factor. He has the ability to make those plays, and he's by far our secondary isn't very good right now. We have the young pieces at the positions to try to make that better, but he's like the centerpiece of our secondary, and with him holding it down back there, I think anything could happen.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Asher's saying that she loves that move, and he was absolutely the reason y'all won that game. And according to Johnny, he said he went to Steelers camp. He said they're looking damn sharp. I like to say, okay.
And it feels good, especially because we traded our first-round pick for Minkah, which some people weren't happy about. But it looks better way in hindsight, because with that pick, Miami drafted that Austin Johnson or Austin Jackson or something, their offensive tackle, who is looking like an absolute bust right now. So
you got the better end of that one.
We definitely got the better end of that one.
I can dig that. I like that. Now, not everybody is happy in your camp. Certain people are dealing with issues with the contract. It's not Terry McLaurin. We're not going to talk about that yet. Hold off, please.
Yes, let's go.
We're
I know
all
y'all
just sharpening our swords back here, just waiting.
It's not happening. All right.
That's the only reason why I agree to do the shows now. It's just so I can roast Washington.
Wow.
That's why we're here.
Wow. Unbelievable. All right. But in Steelers camp, Dionte Johnson, him having contract issues. This surprised me. What's going on here?
Dionte Johnson, of course, I hate the Jags so much. The Jacksonville Jaguars broke the wide receiver market by throwing all that money at Christian Kirk.
Yep.
And I mean, if it was a strategy to screw over the Titans to make them get away with A.J. Brown, I mean, you kind of dropped a nuke on a tank. You kind of did a lot of overkill, and it's doing a lot of effects elsewhere. And it's coming over here. It's reverberating out here. But I don't think it's going to be an issue. I think Dionte Johnson is going to get his contract from the Steelers. Because on paper, the Steelers aren't paying anyone right now. We're paying exactly 3 guys on our roster any kind of big money, and that is Cameron Hayward, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and TJ Watt. Otherwise...
No, and that right tackle who sucks. He paid $10 million a year, too.
What's good, Nathan?
A lot of money.
$10 million a year is a lot of money.
holding Chucky over there will be fine. But still, I mean, we have the cap space to give him the contract he wants, and I think with the new young quarterback here and the Steelers being a team that is looking on the up, I think he's going to want to stay here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's anywhere else he kind of wants to play. Like, he's here. He's gotten better as a player here. I don't see why he would want to leave here.
So, but realistically, is there a chance that he might go? Like, or is the contract is going to get worked out?
I think he's going to get the contract worked out. The Steelers are really good with that. We paid AB back when he had his contract little thing. We did not pay Juju because we didn't think he'd be good, and we were proven right. What's the price tag?
What's the price tag? Yeah,
I would say like 25 mil probably.
Ooh,
a lot. Yeah.
But we've shown in at least these past 2 seasons that we aren't afraid to pay up for our players. I mean, we paid up for TJ Watt last year. We just paid up for Minka. Our Omar Khan will pay up for these guys. I'm really liking Omar Khan so far as our GM. His first move.
Sydney Swins out here said we didn't pay up for Juju, so I don't see us paying up for Dionte.
Just all the Steelers' way is to get good receiver for a couple of years, let him go in free agency, and draft some random receiver with character issues in the drafts.
Yeah, we did that this year twice.
So we shall see. We know the moves you did make and the people you did bring in. But this is interesting because we know the history of the Steelers, and Dionte Johnson has made a name for himself. Let's see if he can go elsewhere and do that. But so overall, all in all, you're feeling good about your Steelers, man.
Yeah.
Going into this season, you know what I mean? Oh, let me real quick. Sydney's up here saying Pickens and Calvin Austin will be the reason Dionte doesn't get paid.
But Pickens is going to get suspended probably at some point.
With that because I see Calvin Austin is going to be a gadget player this year. He's going to run a bunch of reverses and he's going to do the gadget stuff. George Pickens will be good, but he's like our number 3 guy. He's like our replacement for James Washington in that way.
Pickens is also coming off an injury.
Right.
Yeah, coming off an injury. Chase Claypool on one side. I have faith in Dionte Johnson that he's going to get paid because I don't see the Steelers letting him go, and I don't see him wanting to leave. He even came out on Twitter and said that everybody was making a big fuss about him not going or him having a contract dispute. And he's like, I haven't said any of this, but you guys will do anything for a story.
You put it out there, right?
Yeah. So I think it's just the media being, oh, this receiver is on last year of his rookie contract. And, oh, the receiver market's really big right now. He's going to leave. And I'm just like, why would he leave a team that's looking good with a rookie quarterback?
Money. If someone's going to pay him $35 million a year, he's got to go there.
Okay. I will accept that
that's true.
leave if somebody pulls a Jaguars and throws money at him.
That's what the Jaguars proved. That's what the Jaguars will do.
Hey, that's the market we're in, man. They're paying real big money.
Hate the Jags. I always hate the Jags.
Let's go. Sydney said Dionte dropped some playoffs and still got mad. Got me mad. Yep. Plus, no way the Steelers pay over $20 million for Dionte, in my opinion. He's not an AB or wide receiver worthy of being paid in years. Yeah, I get that. I see it. We'll see. We will definitely see what goes down. Johnson will need to take the modest deal. You know?
Yeah, because Deontay's probably, because he's young, he's probably going to want to be paid like a top 10 receiver, but he is probably not up there with the top 10.
I don't think he's at that level yet.
He's not at the Cooper Cup level, the Stephon Diggs level.
Right. So we do need to move on. Thank you, Colin, for that Steelers insight. And we also have another team represented here, the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Dylan Walsh. Some things have happened. Obviously, your quarterback is always in the news. A lot less this year than he was last year. But you had a nice little draft. Did not get the wide receiver early like we thought, but you did a little bit later. Let's bring that up and take a look. You got the 2 Georgia boys early, Christian Walker. I mean, what are you thinking about this, man?
So for our at that point, like at pick 22, the best wide receiver available was Christian Watson. So I don't understand why everyone's like, "Oh, we didn't draft the receiver in the first round when we got the receiver that we would have drafted in the first round, just in the second round." We were able to spend our 2 picks on the linebacker that we could use, and big D tackle who's going to help Kenny Clark a lot.
Kind of reached on Quay Walker.
Yeah, there's a Devin Lloyd. So Nakobe Dean was the other Georgia guy. He was big, but it seems like he has injury issues, so it makes sense to pass up on him because most teams passed up on him. But the Devin Lloyd one was a bit of a stretch, I think.
No, he's not.
Which rookie wide receiver?
Christian Watson? Is Watson going to be the next?
Watson's more of a Marquez Valdes-Scantling type player.
Yeah,
he's tall and he's fast.
Yeah.
So Rodgers can just fling it down there and he can catch it, then that's gonna work out just fine. Like we kind of did with like Donald Driver back in the day. But
could he be the breakout wide receiver?
But the one like big knock on Christian Watson was the fact that he drops the ball a bit, which then falls right with what Marquez Valdes-Scantling was for our team. The big play guy who either catch you a 70-yard touchdown or drop you a 70-yard touchdown.
Right.
Yep.
So I feel like the Christian Watson pretty much that's gonna instantly fill the Marquez Valdes-Scantling hole, and then we just need one of the other guys. That's like because now we have, instead of just having Devontae Adams and like bums, we have just a bunch of like Sammy Watkins.
Christian Watson and bums.
No, but we got signed Sammy Watkins. So week 1 we have about 300 yards receiving, and then he gets injured in week 2.
Is Sammy Watkins your number one? Like who's your number one?
Number 1's gonna be Watson.
Is it Cobb or is Watson? Or Watkins?
Here, look on the Packers depth chart on ESPN. They have Lazard 1, then Watson and Watkins.
Oh,
so
wow.
I don't. But Lazard's gonna be an outside guy because he sees.
You said Watson and then Watkins?
No, Lazard, Watson, Watkins. But their 3 are all starting.
Okay.
So they're interchangeable.
Okay.
It's just they think Sammy Watkins is gonna be in the slot with Watson and Lazard on the
makes
outside.
sense. Okay.
Lazard needs to be on outside. He's not a slot guy. Good blocker.
Yeah.
And good blocker, and he's super tall. So pretty much the prototypical outside guy.
Oh, yeah.
Then Sammy Watkins can play slot. Christian Watson can play slot. Amari Rodgers, if he can figure out how to like not be bad anymore, can be slot. But he had an awful year last year. Very underwhelming from when we drafted him. Randall Cobb's still decent enough with decent
Rodgers.
enough. Yeah, with Rodgers especially throwing to him, that he can slide in the slot if he has to when Sammy Watkins inevitably gets injured, because that's what he always does.
Yeah.
And then we have Romeo Dubs, who can be huge like later on. We can give him time to develop with all of these guys. And then we have people like Juwan Winfrey, who is always having like one good preseason game, and then he goes on the practice squad. So we have like okay receivers, just not like a standout guy like we've had the past couple of years with Devontae Adams or with Jordan Nelson before that. So I think it's not too awful about our wide receivers or our weapons, because we also get Robert Tonyan back, who was missing all of last year, including the games he was playing, because I don't know what happened to him during those times.
I don't think they're. I don't think they're buying it, Dylan.
Well, I think Romeo Dubs is going to be good if he gets it to the
Christian
point.
Watson in the bum squad.
Watson's part of the bumps. I would say Lazard is the better one of them.
I mean, look, outside of Devontae Adams, who else did they have before? I mean, everybody tries to say Lazard and Valdes-Scantling, but they were only relevant because of
Aaron Jones.
Right, the running back.
Your running back. He's your number 1 receiver.
Yeah, that's what Chris McCaffrey was, and look how that went.
This is normal for Aaron Rodgers. He's used to this. He will make do.
Throwing to nobody.
See, no, it's also another part. It's an underlying part about whenever we piss off Aaron Rodgers, MVP season. That in the past 2 years, we drafted Jordan Love, and then we told him we weren't going to trade him. Pissed off Aaron Rodgers, MVP.
Can he be 3 in a row? I predict 4 in a row, and all failing in the playoffs like the Bills. That's what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. You call right now 4 in a row for Aaron. He's going to go 4 MVPs in a row, losing the playoffs each time.
But that's also the thing, because another big part is we cut our third string quarterback. Kurt Benkert. We
Hmm.
cut him.
What?
Wait, what?
How could you do that?
I know. I was pretty sad about it,
Tom
but
Grossi all the time. How could you do that?
Come on, man.
he's a professional
the
Halo
Ravens.
player. Did you know that?
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like
snap.
a professional esports Halo player.
Did his Halo career get in?
I don't know. No,
in the right practice?
I
Sorry,
think
coach.
he got cut
Had a
because
Who else is
Sorry,
doing
Coach.
that?
I
Isn't
gotta
Jay
go.
Ajayi doing that, doing esports now?
Yes.
yeah, he's
Shout
doing
out to him on his
professional
retirement.
FIFA. But we cut Kurt Benkert probably because we now officially trust Jordan Love to not be a bum. So I think Jordan Love's shown in OTAs that he's good enough to at least be a backup to Rodgers, and I think he's good. I said this like the past 144 years. It feels like, but I think this is Rodgers' final season, our last chance
my
at
goodness.
the title.
All right, Rodgers Favre. All right. Each year,
Rodgers
this
just
is my
keeps
last-
coming back. He keeps coming back for what seems like
been
just
the
one
last
more
year.
year.
Let him go, man. Just
Is he gonna go to the
go,
Vikings?
please.
But do you know what? The one thing that Rodgers has now that he's never had in any of his years before is an actual defense, like a competent defense.
That's
Not
true.
like some 6-year-olds that we throw out there that might know how to play football. We don't know.
Let's see.
We had like a top 5 defense last year. We probably have the best secondary in the league. I think that's nearly without question with our corners and then our safeties, Amos and Savage. And if we get Jair back, we have Rasul Douglas who we re-signed. Eric Stokes is fast and he's good. But
Wow.
I think that's pretty good
Pretty much.
for right now.
Isn't that what Tom Brady did?
No, the first round pick on the QB.
Oh.
So I've had a lot of time.
Isn't
to
that what
think
you
about
did with
this.
Aaron Rodgers? Except, Aaron Rodgers fell to you in the draft. You didn't
Yeah.
trade up to get him when you are.
Yeah.
All right, here's. Let me ask you a question. Would you trade a first round pick for a 2-time MVP? Like, if
Yes.
you know he's gonna win MVP for the next 2 years, you would trade a first round pick for him.
Yeah.
So us drafting Jordan Love guaranteed us a 2-time MVP by pissing off Aaron Rodgers.
It's mind games. I get it.
That's
See,
not how that
that's
works,
what I
but
have to
okay.
tell myself so I don't.
We're,
drive
we're,
myself
we're
crazy.
playing checkers and he's playing chess right now. I get it.
Yeah.
That's right. I'm not gonna try to understand.
We're
it.
playing checkers and he's playing Halo. He's playing
right.
something.
You're right.
I'm playing Halo.
We're literally playing Halo.
We are not
exactly.
playing anything in the same universe. We're doing football. You're doing psychology.
Exactly. But look, so I mean, with all that considered of who he's gonna throw to, most of the pundits still have you guys taking the NFC North. I mean,
And you know what? The reason for that is because we made one.
Everybody
free
else
agency sign-
sucks.
No, well, we made that. That's true. I'll get to that eventually because I want to absolutely just roast the Bears because they suck. They're trash.
oh my
What are
goodness.
the Bears doing?
But we signed 2 free agents, and we had a ton of money after all of our cap hits that we took. We were cutting Zadarius Smith and all of that. We signed 2 players. We signed Sammy Watkins, which makes sense that for wide receiver, and we signed a punter.
No, I don't
Yeah,
imagine
you
that.
did sign the punter.
We signed a punter. That is huge because the Packers need a punter.
Are we getting more?
Because whatever the hell was
statistics?
that in that little freaking San Fran game that choked us that
More
one.
punt stats.
We signed 3 people. We signed the punter, we signed Watkins, and we signed Rich Bisaccia.
Oh
So
my
we
goodness.
got a coordinator, we got an actual punter,
Here we go.
and Sammy Watkins doesn't matter. But now we're gonna have the best special teams in the year.
Yeah.
We're the best special teams this year, and we're not gonna. We'll still find a way to lose in the playoffs, but it won't be
Yeah.
because of special teams this time.
But in the NFC North, you're most likely gonna win.
Well, yeah. 'Cause-
I think Detroit is gonna give you some problems.
Can I do my?
that's what
my
we've said that like the past 8 years. It feels like
They beat you last year, so they have apparently given
can
you
we
a little
did
bit of
have our
problems.
bench in though.
Can I do my hot take of the year?
Yes. What's
The
your
Detroit
hot
Lions are going to the playoffs this year. I'm just gonna say.
I'm down with that. I think the Lions go to the playoffs. They're gonna lose in our first
It's
round.
a combination of.
But they're
I
gonna
think
go to
they have
They're
a lot
gonna
of
get
talent.
there.
They have a lot of talent, and the NFC just sucks.
That make me crazy.
The NFC just sucks. There's nobody else. They're competing with the Saints, the Vikings, and like the Eagles already. There's like 3 playoff spots that they can compete for, and the only teams they have to compete with for those spots are like the Eagles, the Saints, the Vikings, the
And
Cardinals.
get it together.
San Fran Cardinals.
Sorry, Cardinals.
Lions are like the Browns. Every offseason, they're coming and going, making the playoffs, and then
and then something just goes wrong.
Jared Goff will make the playoffs. Interesting.
No,
or make the Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl.
That's it is the Pro Bowl. Mr. Trubisky made it once, so anything could happen.
It could happen.
Are they going to still do the Pro Bowl this year? Or
going to be next year. Only if Rodgers leaves.
That's not fair because the Vikings. Kirk Cousins' agent might be like the greatest agent of all time. I don't know.
I like that.
He's got to have some blackmail. I swear Kirk Cousins' agent has some blackmail on the Vikings somehow.
Kirk Cousins is making money.
Kirk Cousins gets the bag every time, and he's not that good, to be honest. He's like a borderline top 10, 15 quarterback.
He's good if he has the talent.
He's not that great, to be honest.
Doesn't have.
Let me see where he is. How much
even
money
with the talent?
Certain people feel that when we're talking about Lions going to playoffs, they need to play this one. Really?
They're going to the playoffs.
It's going to happen. He called it. He might make him crazy, but it's going to happen. He's saying it. Lions going to playoffs. Well, and I got to call because Monsieur Cat is a diehard Lions fan in Michigan right now. I have to. Well, go ahead. So what you're saying?
The Lions, the Lions schedule is also pretty nice and easy because they were last place last year, so they got to play all the bad teams again. Mm-hmm. And also, they got to play the Bears, and that's literally 2 free wins because the Bears are absolutely trash.
The Bears are going to be the first team in NFL history to go 0-17.
Really?
That's what I said that earlier.
They don't have anybody on the team. I'm telling you, they have Justin Fields and a bunch of bums.
Yeah, let me pull. No, actually, let me pull because I was looking at the Bears defense. Because that's supposed to be like what they're known for, right? I know 4 players on the Bears defense.
Yes,
and I know a lot about football.
It's no mystery that they're rebuilding. They're gonna have a lot of money going into next year. They're gonna be good.
But when you draft
a
rookie quarterback, you got to be doing the rebuild. You can't be trading away first-round picks.
Well, in their defense, they drafted a rookie quarterback, and it was under the last year of a horrible regime. So this is really the first full year out of their regime.
But what was the last team to do that? That was the Los Angeles Rams, who did eventually win a Super Bowl, but the quarterback they drafted got so beat up that they could no longer use him.
Very true. Very true.
But let me just talk about the Bears O-line. That's like because you need to protect Fields, you need to protect David Montgomery. Those are your 2 best players. They have Tevin Jenkins starting, who has not played a game yet, was injured all of last year.
Great rookie out of a year ago, though.
Yeah, he looks good, but he's also not that good in pass blocking. So that's your problem, Justin Fields. Maybe you can just run away from them.
Justin Fields is mobile, exactly right. Go ahead.
Try to pull a Russell Wilson.
He's gonna die back there.
They're starting Lucas Patrick at center, who's never played center. He played right guard for the Packers the past couple of years. Okay. They're starting Dakota Dozier, and they're starting Larry Borum. And then they're starting Cody Whitehair as well. Cody Whitehair.
You have David Montgomery and Justin Fields and nothing else.
No, and Darnell Mooney is good as well.
Darnell Mooney is solid. Yes.
You couldn't even get a first-round pick for Khalil Mack. You traded several first-round picks for Khalil Mack. What are you doing?
But you know what the Bears did get with one of the Khalil Mack picks?
Tell them how you really feel, Colin.
You know what they got with one of the Khalil Mack picks? They got that receiver out of Tennessee with one of the picks who's like 107 years old. Who's like
matter if they have a receiver, Justin Fields will be dead in 3
they got a 25-year-old receiver, Velus Jones.
Yeah, Velus Jones. Hey, wait till next year. They're planned for next year, all right? It's the long game.
Like 6 years from now.
The process.
Okay? No,
it's like 6 years from now.
The Bears are playing like they're going, we might be good in 2050. That's how they're going right now.
I'm telling you. They're like, this is the first time we've had a quarterback. We're just going to hold you. We don't care what.
Well, do they have a quarterback?
They're not going to get injured. That is a question.
That O-line. That O-line is.
That man walking in the backfield.
Wow.
That is not a quarterback.
Unbelievable.
He played like 4 games last year and had broken ribs like right away.
Yes, they didn't have an O-line last year. He's going to get to
NFC North instead of the NFC North, he would be dead. TJ Watt and freaking Myles Garrett, Ravens, you'd be dead.
It'll be rough. It'll be rough. Absolutely. And speaking of rough, I dreaded this portion of the show. But we are going to come here. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the team that I represent. You know who I am. Mr. Sean Spencer, and I'm a diehard Washington Commanders fan. And we have some issues in-house. We have a lot of issues in-house. Dan Snyder is going to be...
Dan Snyder is your owner.
You
On
should have been
January
called the
2nd,
Washington
he will be
issues instead of the
He's
Commanders.
invited to the House Committee to talk to them. Obviously, he's probably not going to do that.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of the country.
We have our defensive coordinator talking about an insurrection being a dust-up.
Yep.
I'm not going to get into that. But we also have one of our best players, probably unanimously best player in his last 3 years. I mean, who else? Who else?
Chase
Who
Young,
else?
if he didn't get injured last year, could
if-
probably.
Chase Young was so bad last year, to be honest.
He
Even before
played
got hurt.
4 games.
But he wasn't great in the fourth.
Yeah, he had 0 sacks.
Terry
in 4
McLaurin
games.
he's been the guy all the way through each year getting 1,000 yards. This guy, he is in contract disputes with Washington. Apparently, they are not close, and there have been a lot of rumors. Dylan, I'm going to let you go ahead and first start this roast. What are your thoughts? Where do you think he might go? Can we get a deal done?
So Terry McLaurin, I mean, he's been on the team for like a couple of years now, which is that's just sad, to be honest. Having to stay on Washington for more than a year, man. Anyway, so Terry McLaurin.
No, Mom, I will not be nice.
So Terry McLaurin has gone through this is gonna be his 5th different quarterback in the last 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not had a good one either. It's been Alex Smith.
He had 1 game of Ryan Fitzpatrick.
You know, he had a quarter of Ryan.
He didn't even have a full game.
He did. He only had a quarter of the like 3rd best RYA coach.
Oh my goodness gracious!
So and they even drafted his replacement this year. They drafted Jahan Dotson. So
Yeah,
I think Washington
way
knew that they
early.
weren't going to be able to keep McLaurin.
Hmm.
So and also Washington, instead of like trying to help build pieces around McLaurin, they traded for Carson
panicked.
Wentz, which
They panicked.
Hey! No! Carson's gonna be all right. Don't worry about that.
Yes, his
Carson.
left-handed throws when he's getting sacked. They're gonna work so well. For Washington.
I've seen those highlights as well. Thank you, Dylan. He's
Hey, you
gonna
need to
be
beat the
okay.
team. You have to beat the team that's so bad they're getting the number 1 pick to make the playoffs, and you can't even do that. Thank you, Jaguars, by the way. Steelers went to the playoffs because of you. Love you guys.
And then,
Colts
but then
imploded.
even when Carson Wentz is not throwing interceptions, he's going to be handing it off to Antonio Gibson. You know what Antonio Gibson's going to do? He's going to fumble the ball. So now you got two different ways to get turned over.
This is where, that's where I'm hoping that our 3rd-round draft pick, Mr. Brian Robinson of Alabama, we can
He's
get
not
him
gonna
into
fumble
the
the ball?
action. No, we need to get him running the ball because Gibby, he still has a little foot issue. Man, look,
You still have McKissick, who pulled a whole 180 on Buffalo to come back.
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Also, because you got the Buffalo.
Why would you
who's
do
a
that?
good team, good quarterback.
Why would you
good coach.
leave a Super Bowl contender to come back to play here? Why?
Because the
It's an interesting
culture
question.
is actually damn good.
You got jokes, man. You got jokes. You got jokes.
The only reason that Washington is worth watching this year is the defense. So defense is going to be good because the defense has been pretty good the last couple of years. But that has nothing to do with Terry McLaurin. So
Terry, look, wow.
We're murdering this guy.
So all right. So come on, give me some hope, man. Don't keep torturing.
you
me.
will probably
here-
get a 1st-round pick in the Terry McLaurin.
I
trade.
So wait,
I
there's
have-
no hope of us even keeping him.
Wait,
Nah.
Let me talk. I have 5 destinations where I think he could go. I have my 2 top contenders, and I have 3 wild cards. My first team on the list, and the team I think is going to get him this offseason, the Kansas City Chiefs. They have a big need at wide receiver. They have the cap space. They like to throw money around in the offseason. I don't think Juju Smith-Schuster is going to work out there. I really don't. I think he's to be too busy making TikToks with Jackson Mahomes in the locker room.
Wow. Yep.
I could see him going there. Now, team numero dos.
Quarterback.
A team that's trying to throw a lot of money at a wide receiver, but he didn't want to play for them anymore and left. Dylan's team, the Green Bay Packers, is my second top choice. Here's why. Again, they have the cap space. They were willing to pay up for Dionte Adams. Devontae didn't want to play there anymore, so he left. So they have that need. They have the cash. Again, Packers, I could see making him. My top wild card team that could get him, the Tennessee Titans. No more A.J. Brown. You replaced him with Robert Woods, who's okay, but again, you have the cap. You have Malik Willis, who needs time. You get Malik Willis, a young weapon, in Terry McLaurin. It makes sense. And then this is my second wild card team, which is me being very biased and holding out a lot of hope and giving a lot of slack and taking all of the flyers. We let Dionte Johnson walk and we get Scary Terry for the Steelers. I could see that happening because we have a new GM who wants to cement his place to the Steelers. He has a lot to live up to from Kevin. And now he takes the mantle, and his first move was big. His first move, he got Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
He could go for another big offseason move and try to bring in a big-name wide receiver to make the Steelers a Super Bowl contender, again, to go with their young quarterback. I could see that happening.
Oh, wow.
It's happened before. When new GMs come in, they like to make those big moves to cement themselves. Sometimes they work out. Sometimes they implode. It happens. And then, of course,
I want to make a comment. Okay, I was going to comment on the last one. Why does Terry want to go here?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. But Devontae, you wanted to get paid a ton of money, but then after that, you wanted to go to his college quarterback, Derek Carr. I wouldn't say it was more the Packers, him just more wanting to play with the Raiders over the Packers. And also, Terry McLaurin has no choice. He has no trade clause. He can get traded anywhere, and as long as they give him the money, he wouldn't care. So I think Terry McLaurin, I don't think it's more of Devontae not wanting to be in Washington. I don't think Terry McLaurin actually cares too much about Devontae Adams. So with Devontae Adams going around, Terry McLaurin just wants to get out of Washington because who wants to play in Washington?
Yeah,
that's where it's coming to. I cannot argue with you on that.
That is my fifth tier here, and that is Washington re-signs Terry McLaurin. It's down towards the bottom of my list of possibilities, but it could still happen. Again, Washington, if they're really looking to build up, they're going to have to overpay him. They're going to have to overpay him a considerable amount. They're going to probably have to pay him more than the Rams are paying Cooper Kupp for him to stay. But they have that cap space, and I could see them doing it because it's Dan Snyder who likes to just huck money around. I mean, he hucked like $100 million at like Albert Hainsworth way back when.
But it makes you think, though, because he has not hucked it around yet. It's like, you have the money. Why aren't you putting this out there? So it makes me wonder if all this...
No, he's going to sign Carson Wentz to a 7-year extension instead of paying McLaurin.
We've seen him do it before.
I will say that Washington made an interesting play because they drafted Chris Paul, which is a very fun play. They drafted Chris Paul, so now Chris Paul is playing for them. He's coming from the NBA.
You mean the lineman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Paul. There's a lot of like NBA players, like NBA player names coming into this draft. There was Isaiah Thomas as well.
Yeah.
There was Kobe Bryant. So I don't know what this draft was, but there's just a lot of NBA players.
With a C.
Yeah.
COBY.
Look, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It is not looking good for us, and apparently,
It's
like
never
I said,
looking good for Washington.
Wow, really? You're gonna keep talking with your quarterback doing all the nonsense he's doing? Look,
I think it's going to be fine for Washington.
You want to keep talking about all the nonsense your owners
field,
doing?
I'm not worried. As far as with Terry McLaurin, though, I think, and now listening to what you said about maybe they got Jahan Dotson as a replacement,
the safety valve in case,
because we also got Cole Turner, which is making strides at tight end. Bates, we're gonna get Logan Thomas back into the season, and we know Carson Wentz loves those big tight ends like he had with the Eagles and Goddard and Ertz, and then he had the big receiver and Pittman over with the Colts.
And Mo Alley Cox at tight end.
Exactly.
He's
so
like 6'7".
So I mean, look, this is one thing we know is he can get it to those tight ends up the seam. So look, that could be interesting because and I can't blame Terry. I can't blame him. Like you said, we had 5 different quarterbacks, and we saw what Heinicke did where he tried to throw him up there against Cowboys, and he jumped up and came back on his back, and I was like, look, you need
or the
That
one
catch
throw
against
against
the
the Chargers.
Chargers?
Yeah,
that was
one throw against the
amazing.
Charger, where
Oh,
he's
I was
my
looking at it and I'm
goodness.
like, okay, that's a pick. That's obviously a pick. I went through the defender's hands and into his, and I went, dang.
Well, that could have been that was a touchdown. That was a touchdown if he just throws it a bit further.
Who is that? Who is that?
This
Who
is
just posted that?
Sydney saying Washington will go 10-7.
Well, no, the Cowboys-
I mean, we don't have any faith in the Cowboys,
Wow.
but I mean, the Eagles
Well,
are
no,
still better.
The Cowboys are gonna win the division, lose in the first round of the playoffs, and all the Cowboys fans are gonna be like, "Well, that was just a
We
fluke.
damn
Next year's right
boys!
here."
Next year's the year. Next year is the
for
year.
5 years.
See, if we overpay another running back that we took way too
It'll
high,
happen. It'll
then
happen. All
we
right.
might be able to win more games.
Look, I love this Dallas slander, but I have to hear this next take. There's another team that's been making moves this offseason, and they've been flashy. There are some people that have said that their moves are going to equate to a deep playoff run. The Miami Dolphins, we've seen with their biggest move is acquiring Tyreek Hill. Colin, I mean, you said you had something to say about it. I'm just going to give you the floor, man. What do you have to say about the Dolphins, man?
All right, I've seen this a lot, and it I don't know why it's like a pet peeve of mine, and it's really annoying that people are rating the Dolphins over the Steelers,
Ooh.
and they're rating them pretty high. Like they're rating them like in the top 15 of teams, and like giving them like outside chances of like winning the AFC East, not North, over the Bills. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, are you guys insane? Now look, of course they got Tyreek Hill, who is one of the best. I think he is the best receiver in the NFL right now. What else? You have Jalen Waddle. Okay. You have Mike Gesicki, who's a little out there, a little in
They
there.
have 198 running backs with all
They
the
have
people they signed.
they have a running back by committee who's okay. They have an offensive line that looked dreadful last
But they
year.
did get
It's
Teron
rough.
Armstead and Connor Williams this year.
Very
They got
true.
Teron Armstead, which is fine. But again, you're playing in the AFC. The AFC defenses eat opposing quarterbacks.
But not the AFC East. All the AFC East edge rushers are not very good.
The
That's
Jets
best.
have a pretty good edge system over there. Like the Jets, unironically, have like a top 10 edge
Dallas.
defense in the AFC.
See, no, Connor Williams is only a bum because the Cowboys are like trying to tell. I think they tell their O lineman to hold.
Yeah.
I think that's their strategy
Oh yeah.
But
because it's only
I mean-
cheating if you get caught, and only like
Yeah.
80% of the time they get caught holding.
But their edge.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Dolphins also don't really have a good defense. Their defense isn't very good. I'm going to compare this year's Miami Dolphins. They're going to do exactly what last year's Seattle Seahawks did without Russell Wilson. You have these two good receivers on either side of the ball.
Hmm.
You've got nothing else. You don't have any. Your quarterback is terrible. Tua Tagovailoa.
But they
Not the
signed
answer.
Teddy Two Gloves.
They did sign Teddy Two Gloves.
Okay. And you saw how well that worked out for him in Denver when he had a bunch of great
When
receivers.
he's a backup, he's good. You saw
Yeah.
with the Saints, he won what,
Undefeated
4 in a
with
row.
the Saints. We won
Yeah.
2 games with the Jets somehow, and that's the Jets.
Telling you, Teddy Two Gloves. He's a backup. He's a backup, amazing guy. Go ahead.
I just can't see the Dolphins winning more than like 7 or 8 games this year.
Okay.
I can't bring myself. They play the Bills twice. They play the Patriots twice. I'm pretty sure they play the Baltimore Ravens this year. Even though they wrecked the Ravens last year by playing that weird defense, but now that the Ravens have
22-10,
seen that,
yeah.
they will not get caught like that again.
Let's hope not.
No,
They
but
play
they can
the
throw the
Char-
screen passes to that right guard against the Ravens.
They
again.
play the Chargers. Oh my God! I think do they play the AFC South this year? No, they play the Steelers. They play the Ravens. They play the Browns. They play the Bengals. They're going to get destroyed.
Hmm.
I mean,
They're going to get ripped apart by the AFC because you have 2 good receivers. It doesn't matter if your quarterback isn't very good, can't throw more than 10 yards. It's not gonna
actually,
happen.
it does with the speed of them. I would say is everyone's like, oh, Tua can't throw it deep. He's got 2 receivers who run like sub 4.25s. Throw a
Mhm.
slant route to him, touchdown.
Right.
Okay,
and all-
then who's gonna who on your defense is going to stop them from immediately answering that touchdown?
Byron Jones, Xavier Howard, Javon Holland, who's probably a top 10 safety already, and this is only his second year.
They have a great secondary, sure, but I mean,
Emmanuel Ogba
the
had double-digit
Dolphins doing
sacks last
anything.
year.
I just can't see the Dolphins being very good. I don't think their rebuild is complete until they find a game manager to put at quarterback, and it's not Tua.
Teddy
So
Two
it's-
Gloves.
So it's oh yeah, right. He is a game manager, but
That
you
is
need a
his
lot more
thing.
firepower around Teddy Two Gloves because he is very
Look, I'm gonna be honest.
consistently
Teddy Bridgewater isn't
mediocre.
even the best two-glove quarterback in the NFL anymore.
wow.
Kenny Pickett's better. I'm sorry. I'd much rather have Kenny Pickett than I would Teddy Two Gloves.
Nathan said, "Do you think Tua gets the Lamar treatment with a lot of
Like
the
what?
hatred, like how much they
Glorified running back?
Wow.
No, that's just that unfounded hatred because he's got people around him. The Lamar stuff pisses me
Lamar
off.
has nobody around him. Lamar is the entire Baltimore Ravens offense, along with Mark Andrews.
I don't get the fact that Lamar Jackson sucks at quarterback because he can also run the ball. Like
Yeah,
he's not that good as a true pocket passer. That's not what Lamar Jackson is. Lamar
No.
Jackson's whole thing is that he can run around, force defenses in, and then
But you
throw
see,
it from there.
Lamar Jackson is good at that. Tua doesn't have any of that. Tua
can throw a
definitely
slant
not
route.
Lamar
That's all you
Jackson.
need to do on that team. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle.
You
I
just need to
can't-
get the ball in the hands of those guys. I agree with
Yeah.
that. I just
But if
can't.
you can't-
Yeah.
That also requires decision-making ability, which Tua, again, has not shown.
Just run 2 slant routes every time. One
Right,
of them will be
right.
open.
Neither is Aaron Rodgers, and he's just fine. Yeah. Run those quick slants, run it in there. You have the speed to do it. Hey, there it is. And I think Tua can do at least that. His brother Talia is in college at Maryland.
Maryland's
Doing
gonna be a
that
fun
same
team
thing.
to watch in the college
yeah.
football. With
Two
they
top-tier
got two
receivers.
receivers.
Yeah. Dante Demas is coming back from injury this year. I'm very excited to see what he brings to the table. He said that's because Rodgers is far superior to those two. Oh, very true. Very, very
Rodgers
true.
is the best quarterback in the league currently.
Talent-wise for sure. Yo, let's finish this off the right way with controversy. And ask the question, who is playing quarterback in Cleveland this year?
Can I rip apart the Browns real quick?
Go ahead. Do what you have to do, man. This
Yeah,
is
I
a
can.
safe
The
space.
Cleveland Browns are. We thought it was over. We thought they had gone past it. We thought the Browns were no longer the Browns. But the Browns, still the Browns. For the first time in your second iteration's history, you have a franchise quarterback on your roster. You have Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield gets hurt, but he wants to keep playing for you. He wants to take this team somewhere, so he keeps playing. And it doesn't work out for him. And so you immediately give up on him, piss him off, and trade for a guy who is literally not going to play a down for you. Deshaun Watson is going to be done the rest of this season. You gave up 3 first-round picks for him, so there's nothing coming in the pipeline to save you anymore. Baker Mayfield isn't going to play for you anymore. He's off to probably Carolina. I can't see. The Browns have Brownsed it. They've traded. They
Browns did.
pissed off the only franchise quarterback they've ever had in the second iteration to get a guy who isn't going to play another down, who is going to maybe go to jail.
Well, no, he's not going to jail. That's already taken care of. There's no way he goes to jail now. They've all been dropped.
he's still-
Okay.
Your own fans don't like. Usually, when you trade for a star quarterback who has a little bit of issues, your fans are still like, "Oh, but he has a lot of talent." The Browns fans don't even like Deshaun Watson.
I love the
Browns
Deshaun
move
Watson
of all
situation is
time.
actually so funny if you look into it. I would love to just have like a full segment to talk about it. I'll talk about it right now. So Deshaun Watson, did this whole I'm just gonna call it the massage thing because I don't want to go into details.
Yeah.
So
The
so
Robert Kraft situation.
the Texans knew about the massage situation. They actively funded hotel rooms for the massage situation and only leaked the massage situation because he wanted out. So Deshaun Watson just got blackmailed by the Texans, didn't go with it. So I think Deshaun Watson should be done for this year. I think that's pretty simple.
Yeah.
But he will be
Yeah.
back next year, and then the Browns will be probably back to normal. But Texans should also get some sort of fine for the fact that they allowed it to happen.
Definitely.
They
Yeah,
provided them
but-
hotel rooms and only released it because they wanted to get back at a player that wanted to leave.
I
Yeah.
think the fact that even if Deshaun Watson is back next year, and even if he's good, he's still going to have that for the rest of his career. And let's not forget, he had the same amount. Like Deshaun Watson will not make or break your team. He pretty much had the exact same talent on the Texans during their playoff years as he does right now on the. He has
Texans
a really
have
good
never
wide.
had an O line like anywhere near the
Okay,
Browns.
he has an upgraded O line, but he has the exact same talent on defense that he had down in Houston. He has the exact same talent at the other skill positions, and he
Not
still
running back
couldn't
again.
get it done.
Yeah,
Chubb
he
and
didn't
Hunt are way better than whoever the Texans had at running back. He named the
Yeah.
Texans running back during those times.
have Arian
Wasn't it like-
Foster.
Nope, that's
It
way
was,
before.
Yeah,
it was,
I don't know.
Yeah, but to do whoever it is, it's not better than Chubb or Hunt. Let alone both of them in one running back core. Also, it was Lamar Miller. It just came to me.
Lamar Miller.
Lamar Miller.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sydney said Ray Lewis went through a muddier trial and then won a Super Bowl. Won't affect his play.
That
But
is
it
true.
will affect the fact that he won't play this year for them, and the Browns are going to practically gift the Texans a top 10
This
pick.
also brings
Right.
me back to the who's playing in Cleveland this year. There's only one answer to this. So obviously, Deshaun Watson probably gonna be suspended. Baker Mayfield not gonna play. So then you got like Josh Dobbs, Jacoby Brissett. But I don't think you should go for either of them. There's one player who's actually on the Bears that I think should be traded for him because it'd be the most Browns thing ever. And that's Nathan Petercoat.
Yeah,
Still somehow on a team.
Peter meme. Peter meme.
Hey,
Wow.
he has more. I think he
Wow.
has more INTs than completions. He is somehow still on a team. I
He's
still don't
thrown
know
more
how.
touchdowns to opposing teams than he has his own.
It's has he even thrown a passing touchdown in his career?
Has he?
I'm gonna pull up my Nathan
pick
Peterman
sixes
stats.
count?
It's like a Tim Boyle stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to say Tim Boyle has. Yeah, the real TB. Let's make that clear.
Oh my god. This is the most
Yeah, he's
Browns
done
thing
3
ever.
career touchdowns. Let's go.
Wow. How
Let's
many
go,
interceptions?
Peterman. Oh, 12.
This guy.
5 of them in one game.
Mm.
What? What?
In his first career start, when they benched, this is more Peterman stuff. And so the Bills, this is like 3 years ago, had Tyrod Taylor, and they were like cruising their way to like maybe finally be like getting their playoff run over because that was still a thing at the time. But they're in playoff contention, and you know what the Bills do instead of like continuing to play? They bench Tyrod Taylor to start Nathan Peterman while they're in playoff contention. And then Nathan Peterman in his first half threw 5 interceptions and 2 pick sixes. In his first ever career half. And then instead of like, oh, he threw 5 picks in the first half, let's probably give up on this guy. Nope. They went around, traded Tyrod to the Browns, and then he went and started Peterman for the first 2 games in the next season.
That's almost as disrespectful as when the Eagles benched Jalen Hurts when they had an opportunity to win the game and get into playoff contention, and they benched Jalen Hurts for Nate Sudfeld. Thank you, Philly. We appreciate that. And Washington won and went to the playoffs. So, yeah.
Oh, wait, no,
pretty
the
awful.
Eagles weren't in contention, but the Washington needed to win the game.
Right.
Eagles were like top 5. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
But
The Browns will forever be the Browns.
yes, technically, Nathan Peterman has thrown 3 career touchdown passes and 3 career pick sixes. So,
Wait a minute, Nathan, come on now. He can be a good quarterback. What makes you think that? What have you seen that makes you think he can be a good quarterback?
if Bill Belichick gives some voodoo magic to him, maybe he'd be like a game manager.
In the right system, he'd be a good
The
quarterback.
Tim Boyle effect.
Good quarterback, just enough.
He's a good 7-on-7 quarterback, maybe.
Yeah, put him in the flag football league. The one that Mike Vick was playing in a couple years ago.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, Nathan Peterman is starting for the Browns this season. The legend.
Yeah, I had a request.
Really?
Love Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we are so glad you were here to join us on this Saturday afternoon. Myself and the Walshes wanted to just give you a little bit of something on some football that's been going on, their teams. And whenever they come on the show, they have to poke fun at my team. So the Commanders, saying it with my chest, Nathan, the Commanders, Washington, baby.
The commies.
Wow, stop.
It's gonna be fun
Hail
watching the
to the
commies and the
commies.
Cowboys play.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Look, we're gonna see what's gonna happen with us this year. You know, I mean,
We do play you this year. I'm gonna go to that game. The
Yeah, we're
Packers
gonna go to that
Washington
game.
are you guys going to that game?
Yeah,
It's in DC. It's in
it's in DC.
Okay. Might have to make.
It's
sure
in
that
Landover.
Oh, yeah,
Not
and
DC,
our
they-
It's
current.
in
Oh Landover, our current stadium. I don't know why I even say in DC.
It's in that one parking lot little area that I don't know
Right.
why it's there.
The one singular park next to the church.
Yeah.
Yes, we're playing nice. We're playing nice, Mrs. Walsh. I apologize. Not DC, right? Yes, but yo, we are so glad that we are on here. Got an opportunity to talk with you guys. Definitely going to be bringing more of this stuff in the fall as it comes up. Cannot wait for football to come, and I'm excited.
Less than 100
gentlemen.
days.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I am very excited. And matter of fact, the Hall of Fame game is what?
About a
the
month
last-
away?
Was that about a month away?
month
It's like
and-
late
month and a
July,
half.
right?
Yeah, a month and a half away. No, yeah, about a month away.
Or is it
Yeah,
early
it's like-
August?
Who plays this year in the Hall of Fame game?
I don't know.
I'm about to figure out right now.
My
Looks like the
man.
Broncos and somebody else.
Jags and Raiders.
Jags and
Wait,
Raiders.
what?
Tony
that's interesting.
Baselli for Jags. And
Oh, for
Raiders.
the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right.
I
He's
thought
a
it was
Raiders
the
guy.
the two teams that had the most Hall of Fame players getting in.
No, it's just the two Hall of Fame players.
84 days.
Is it
ladies and
Charles
gentlemen.
Woodson? Did he
No,
make
he
it
was
this
last year. He was last
He's-
year.
That's what I
He
thought.
was last year.
Who's the Raiders guy this year? I now need to figure this out. Sorry.
That's somewhere where have you guys been there to Canton?
Yeah, we were there the year Derek Brooks made it.
Yeah.
2013, I think.
Nice. Yeah, me and Kat went over there. I think it was last year on the way back from Chicago.
Yeah, it's a cool
It was-
place, the Hall of Fame. That's actually
It was
a really
a
nice
great place. And we went there on a Wednesday, like during the week. So we were actually able to like kind of walk around and see because
Yeah.
there weren't that many people there. No, that was dope.
Oh, it's Richard Seymour for the Raiders. I know more for the Patriots, but that's,
Yeah, I was about to say, is he for? He's probably going for the Patriots then.
that's all right. I mean,
All right.
he did play for the Raiders,
Well,
so you can't
there it is.
say that's wrong.
Yeah,
It's not technically wrong.
yeah. Well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to let you go. We want to say we appreciate you being here, watching with us. Stay tuned for all the great stuff. Stay tuned tomorrow. Let's talk football in the morning with the Swintons. I will not be there. I'm going over to be with my dad on the last Father's Day at this old house. They just sold their house and moved to North Carolina. So I will be there with my pops tomorrow. But they are going to have a great show talking about a lot of the news and notes and things going on and just some general nice little morning vitamins, a little breakfast for you. Serve it up to you nice. You know how the Swintons do. I think they have a special guest, Kate Alverson, Tom Brady's #1 fan. Walsh went right to the Hall of Fame game. Okay. You guys went there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's right before the Hall. We were on the field, the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, they just allowed you to go on it.
Oh,
So,
wow.
We played a game of football there. Yeah.
Oh, I can dig it. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, take a look at that. I need to go back. I need to go there, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you guys, man. Another special
I
guest.
technically have more
surprise.
rushing
Okay.
yards than Johnny Manziel does in his career on an NFL field.
Wow, man. I want to get into that league that he's in, the fan control league. I feel like I could
Yeah.
play in that league.
I think they just accept anyone.
They're just like,
Just,
please.
just show up
we,
and they're like,
we
"Oh,
need
all right,
players.
yeah,
We need players. Just come on.
it's like arena football as well, which is more fun
Yeah.
because of all the dumb rules that they just
I
make up.
want to look. I want to know how do you get into the control. I want to be one of the fans that controls it. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
a
like,
buy
hey.
team. It's a buy team.
Oh yeah, we have to buy.
Couple
Oh, that
thousand.
type of stuff. Oh, okay. Ridiculous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna let you go, man. For myself, Sean Spencer. See this guy over here, Mr. Dylan Walsh. My guy down here, yes, sir, Mr. Colin Walsh. We will be back with you talking all this stuff in the offseason and getting you ready for the 2022 NFL season. Hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. We'll talk to you later. Peace, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. The lion. New music, so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean